No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Right on the money. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Firing to the right, complete. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point. Turning it on! Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing the rhythm and the cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Unloads quickly. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win...
There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Might as well give it to him again. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Using his legs in the very air. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Brooks. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming with the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
better job up front. Right there, that run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run the sneak for it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. He'll throw it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games and big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy is in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
He's got it. Got a lot of room to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Maryland. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Knocked off his feet. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on third down. Quick pass and catch good enough for the first down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate, that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Throwing right. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Going right to work up top. Snagged out of the air. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
To the air on first down. He's got the tight end. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, and still got him on the turf.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to throw again. He makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Looking to throw on first down. It's caught.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Snap in the shotgun. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit, because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the first down.
Yeah, that's a good example of a quarterback knowing where his answers are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back running out of the backfield, and they're able to make that defense pay.
Makes the catch. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
This drive going to the air. Going deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. They'll make the stop on the return at the 38-yard line as this defense records an interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball in his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll send the back in motion. Toss sweep to the left. Fighting off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going.
Oh, he wants it all. He's got another 25. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Hey, man, on offense, we'll take them however we can get it. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. There was a pass deflection there, but a great job concentrating to haul in that play and come up with an explosive play offensively.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Sends it back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Breaks the tackle. He is stopped well short of the 1st down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Louisville is getting taken to the cleaners today. We're talking heavy starch on a hanger, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. They're trailing by 14 to Maryland. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds after 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man. Turning on the Jets. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. He leaves it with his back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Hard running there. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Turning it on. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To the air on first down. He's got his man. Defense covering it up. Not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And if you're an offensive coordinator, you're like, woo, Thank you, Jesus. We got the lead. We're in a great situation. We got to continue to put pressure on the defense, run that clock in the second half with our lead. That thing kept rolling and went out of bounds.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Hurricanes now can really generate some momentum if they turn that turnover into points. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Just going to keep it after a snap. Bounced right back to them.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. This is a designed run. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab past the marker. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great catch and run for 6.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. The Canes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They want that clock to run. Crosses the 45. Hits a seam wide open. He's at the tip, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Miami! They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and there he goes!
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now on the option. Now the toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give on the option. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Offense changing the play. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. This quarterback part of their running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he's going to try to return this one. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. They can stop the clock a couple of more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.